Today I will be walking through what's new in AI Control Tower for Zurich. To start, let's take a deeper look at the new capabilities being released in our July 2025 Zurich release. To start, within our AI inventory, we've introduced new APIs that make it easier for customers to onboard and discover AI agents and tools, track the model lineage, and manage inventory from external sources. We also now have general availability support for AWS Bedrock Agent and integrations with Azure AI Agent Service and Copilot. Next, under AI strategy, we're enabling organizations to better align AI initiatives with their business goals. You can now create demands, plans, roadmaps, and scenario plannings while tracking progress against your AI strategy to catch any project drift early. Moving on to AI governance, we've made significant enhancements around AI risk and compliance. We now allow teams to proactively aggregate AI risks across a system and ensure that the performance aligns with our regulatory standards. Additionally, in AI security and privacy and access, we're giving you unified visibility into security metrics and dashboards, along with tools to monitor the privileged access of your AI agents, their activities, and any access issues that may be affecting the AI agent's task completion. Under AI execution, we've expanded AI risk and compliance by enabling product owners to perform group attestations directly within the AI asset lifecycle tasks. And finally, AI value. We've added capabilities to assess AI effectiveness in real time. You can now leverage value metrics and performance indicators to drive data-informed decisions and measure the impact of your AI implementation with confidence. All of these updates are designed to help you scale AI responsibly, securely, and strategically. We'll now dive deeper into the demo for each of these sections. To start our AI Control Tower demo, I'm going to start talking through our updates to our AI inventory. Within our AI inventory, we're enhancing how we can enable customers to help ensure that their AI inventory is robust. One of the key features being released is how we can enable our customers to discover AI inventory from hyperscalers. Specifically for the Zurich release, we are focused on integrating with AWS Bedrock, Azure Foundry, and with these integrations, we are bringing in the AI inventory, the AI agents, and the models and the tools that those AI agents use. Additionally, as part of the integrations, we are also bringing in usage data for those particular assets. Now I'm going to start and go through the demo portion. When I go into this AI Control Tower workspace, I'm logged in as our AI steward. Our AI steward can go over into the configurations, and from here, the AI steward is going to be able to directly see what different hyperscaler connections that are available to them. Our AI steward can click into our AI discovery setup, and from here, you can be able to see that we have a connection to Amazon Bedrock as well as Amazon CloudRock. For example, with Amazon Bedrock, you can see that we have 12 total assets that have been discovered and that it runs daily to bring in those assets. There is also a connection with Amazon CloudWatch, which is gathering the usage data of those 12 particular AI systems. Additionally, with our out-of-the-box integration with Azure, you can see how we're bringing in the data for the total assets as well as usage data for those assets that are being brought in. For the usage of the AI steward, they're going to be able to come in here and monitor the efficacy of their assets and how and when they are getting populated into their inventory. They can make changes and add integrations as needed and any potential new connections. Within AI strategy and execution, within our AI Control Tower application, organizations will now be able to create AI demand, roadmap, portfolio, and scenario planning to achieve their business outcomes. Customers will be able to track progress against their AI strategic goals and targets through a unified way on the AI Control Tower workspace. And additionally, they'll be able to monitor the AI work being performed across the organization and look into the investments and proactively address any project drifts. Within the Zurich release, any customer that has our AI Control Tower will now be able to see all of these metrics on the AI Strategy tab for their specific strategic goals and targets. Now, moving over to our demo, we are going to be logged into the system and in our AI Control Tower workspace as our AI steward. This workspace will give a single pane of glass into the data of the AI inventory across the organization. There is now a dedicated AI Strategy tab on our workspace that our AI steward can click into. Within the AI Strategy tab, customers can look and see how their goals are tracking and their statuses, what are their AI goals and targets, and then additionally, they can go through and look at targets by AI strategic priorities as well as their statuses. They can also look at the costs of what's planned versus budgeted versus actual, and then they can go deeper into prioritized AI work to help keep track of projects, epics, demands being planned and done around our AI. They can dive into what's deeper, what's going on, and then additionally look into upcoming AI work. Additionally, scrolling down, you're going to be able to see any key project risks, issues, decisions, actions, and changes that are associated to any of the AI projects that are ongoing. All of these reports can be clicked into, and then the details and data behind them can be further investigated. Now we can take a deeper look and dive into the data behind these reports and how we are tracking and creating these analytics. I'm going to go into our list view here, and I'll be able to see here we have our AI strategies and goals. All customers of AICT will now have the strategic plans, priorities, and goals that they can build out for all of their AI initiatives. We'll go into our strategic priorities and click into a strategic priority to see the details behind it. To show an example of the strategic priorities, I jumped into this record to show you the information collected. For example, you can see the name and then the type, which will classify this as an AI strategic priority. You can then also go into our goals and look into what goals are making up this strategic priority. Jumping into the associated goal, you can also dive deeper into the details around this goal and how it maps to our priority. Take it even one step further. You can see the targets that are associated to our goal. These targets are going to further break down the goals into telling organizations how they're going to achieve and how they will achieve these goals in order to make these get to their strategic priorities. Additionally, within the goals, you can see the planning items, and these are going to be any work or project associated to achieve the goal or target. Furthermore, AI use cases can be taken even further with an integration with ServiceNow's Strategic Portfolio Management. I am now in the Strategic Portfolio Management workspace, and within this workspace, you can create portfolio plans within SPM for different AI-related initiatives within the organization. So if you want to create your plan, you can create your first portfolio plan, and you can choose from the selection of a project portfolio, program, organization, strategic, product, digital project, value stream. If I wanted to go ahead and create one for an organization within AI project within our HR organization, I can add that. Click next. You can search for our HR department. Click next. And now what I can do is I can actually filter on the investment type and make this one artificial intelligence. Create next. And now you'll be able to set this program and portfolio plan details so that it will pull in to our artificial and AI control tower to be tracked within our reporting metrics. Now we will walk through AI governance new release capabilities for our security, access, and privacy. Within the current Zurich release, we are focused in on ServiceNow AI, So these new feature sets will help customers build trust through continuous security monitoring. There are three main aspects we are showing in this release. The first one is monitoring any AI agents that are running as privileged users. Enterprises can now monitor to see if there's a spike in agents running as privileged user or if new access is granted. We are focusing in on the admin and security admin roles in ServiceNow, but if needed, organizations can add to that privilege roles for the ServiceNow environment. The second aspect is we are going to help gain visibility into any AI assets that are experiencing access issues, which can include read, write, update, or delete against specific tables in ServiceNow. This will be crucial for optimizing access provisioning and to make sure that AI agents are able to complete their task. The third is to monitor AI agents that have been dormant for more than 30 to 90 days and allow for AI stewards to view reporting of those metrics so that they can talk to the AI product owner to see if there's a need for the AI agent or if that can be disabled. This will help reduce the attack surface and allow for cleanup of unused agents. Now we will jump into the demo. Within the new release, you can see here that we have a dedicated tab for security and privacy. When you click into the tab, you'll be able to see the reports to monitor and manage AI security, access or diagnose issues within the ServiceNow AI inventory. We can show details of the access issues that are broken out by agents that have no access issues or do have access issues. Additionally, you can see autonomous versus supervised agentic workflows. You can then scroll down and see any privileged AI agents or how many dormant AI systems have been calculated over the past couple months. Additionally, you can click into the access map here. And what that's going to show you is you're going to see a list of your ServiceNow AI agents. And you can click into any of these, such as a survey analyzer. And you're going to be able to see the access around those AI agents and if there was any issues that were being captured against these AI agents that was preventing them to complete their tasks. Moving back into our security and privacy tab, you're also going to be able to click in to see any privileged AI agents for ServiceNow AI agents, including anyone that has the sysadmin or admin role assigned to them. Additionally, they can click into the dormant AI systems to measure any AI systems that have been dormant over the past 60, 90 days. The configuration for the days can be updated as appropriate for the organization, and then based off the last time that this AI agent has been accessed or used, they can click in and determine what they should do with this AI agent, whether it's time to retire or whether they can go ahead and cancel it or if it needs to be further investigated. Now I will be covering the updates for AI governance, specifically for AI risk and compliance. I'm going to be walking through each of these key product innovations that have been introduced for AI risk and compliance capabilities. These updates or improvements have been designed to offer real-time risk visibility for risk managers to take better informed decisions and, of course, streamline the whole compliance activities from a better workflow, all in favor of managing ethical and responsible AI adoption across the enterprise. To start, we will walk through our risk scoring and aggregation. With risk scoring and aggregation, we're centralizing AI risk and compliance management across the enterprise. It allows for end users and risk and compliance practitioners to become proactive with an extensive AI risk and compliance scoring system across all AI systems. Additionally, you can gain complete oversight of performance across the compliance and regulatory standards. And additionally, if you have Integrated Risk Management Pro, you can integrate with our regulatory change management and be prepared for the changes in the regulatory and policy landscape ahead and in real time. Additionally, within our Zurich release, we have enhanced AI risk and compliance landing page capabilities. This is really going to be the command center for AI risk visibility and compliance action. You can now aggregate your individual risks, whether they're bias, drift, security, to inform the enterprise AI risk profiles for higher level visibility. You can then prioritize attention with real-time visual indicators of high-risk assets across your AI inventory. This will allow you to drive faster decision-making through configurable role-based widgets that integrate with the underlying risk data being captured. Additionally, within the Zurich release, we now have a centralized AI case oversight tab on our AI risk and compliance management workspace. This will allow for the streamlined tracking and response from a single unified view for all of your AI cases or inquiries. This will also allow you to see and be visible into ongoing investigations that could hinder your governance and your response of accountability. Additionally, it will improve your auditability and accountability because you're able to see the case progression and the ownership of those cases against your AI assets. Finally, we've updated where the AI assets will be available to organizations on the Employee Center. This will allow for employees to be able to innovate with AI while maintaining oversight and access control. It'll allow for a secure framework for employees to self-identify and manage their AI assets. And it also promotes responsible AI development from the ground up. Now I will jump into the demo. I'm now logged in as our AI Risk and Compliance Manager. They will come into our AI Risk and Compliance Management workspace, where they're going to be able to see an overview of risk and compliance posture against all of the AI inventory in their organization. As we scroll down to the bottom of this page, there are going to be two newly introduced reports and dashboards, giving flexibility for the risk profile users to identify what are those critical assets that need to be looked upon with more criteria so that you can narrow down and identify which of those models need to be looked on and carry a higher risk. All of these reports can be clicked into and you can see the residual risk for all of these AI assets. You can also filter on the inherent risk, and then you can filter on whether you want to look at AI systems, AI models, or AI data sets. And then additionally, the risk heat map can be filtered by residual or inherent risk as well. Scrolling back up to the top, as part of the Zurich release, we have additionally released a new tab on the AI Risk and Compliance Management workspace for AI cases. Within our AI case tab, you now are going to be able to see the details of all of your AI cases, monitor and keep track of the progress against them. You can see the breakout of the AI cases by status, by state, and then also AI cases by status and priority. You can scroll down and you'll be able to see all of those cases, what's overdue, what's due in the next 7 days, and what's unassigned so far. So you can go out and assign them appropriately. You can also start monitoring any trends that have been reported against the AI cases and what's been open and closed. Additionally, you can track all of your action tasks related to these cases and any issues that have come out of these cases that are now being tracked through to remediation. Additionally, within the AI Cases tab, you can also track any inquiries that have come from the business related to AI, activities, models, agents that need to be addressed by your compliance and your AI teams. Now, jumping back into the Risk and Compliance tab, we're going to drill down into one of the AI records to see how the AI's aggregated risk score has been performed. We're now going to jump into the AI Systems by Aggregated Risk Score report. I can click in here to see 6 of our AI assets. I'm going to jump into this AI asset for ServiceNow AI-based credit scoring for loan approvals 1.0. Clicking in here, I can see the overview of this AI asset, and I'll be able to see a new risk overview tab in report that shows the aggregated risk score for this AI asset and also the risk heat map for all of the risks that have been assessed against this AI asset. Scrolling down, you also are going to be able to see the compliance overview, as well as the regulatory risk classification, the compliance score, and all of the compliance status against the authority documents, and additionally, you can track them against internal policies in your organization. Moving into the details of this AI asset, You're also going to be able to see the aggregated risk box below with the risk assessment methodology that's being leveraged against the specific AI asset, including what's the inherent rating, the control effectiveness, and the residual rating. These risk scores are contributed from the risk assessments that have been completed in the system. Those risk assessments can be viewed if you click into the Assessments tab here, and you'll be able to see all the different risk assessments that have been performed against this AI asset, including what was the result from the inherent risk, the control effectiveness, and the residual risk. Based on those individual risk scores, you're going to be able to see those overall risk aggregated scores, which is represented on those reports that we walked through prior. Last but not least, we have also introduced support for the frontline. What this now means is all employees will now have the access to go in to request a new AI use case, data set, or model, and additionally to request an AI case or to lodge an inquiry. To do so, you can go into the Employee Center and you can see that there is a new tab within the technology services for our AI assets. Clicking into the AI assets, you're going to be able to use this page as an end user to, like I mentioned, to request those AI assets, seek any guidance, or report concerns. They can now go ahead and be frontline end users and be parts of the AI development process. And this will increase engagement with the AI COE team to make sure that all use cases are going through the appropriate workflow and lifecycle to be reviewed and approved and assessed in order to then be deployed into production. Within our AI Control Tower release for Zurich, we have updated our AI value, and one of the items that is being released is how we are going to enable AI value across the enterprise. Within AI value, we're allowing our AI COEs and our AI stewards to gather and get transparency on data around the overall productivity of their AI systems, whether that's through ServiceNow AI system or an enterprise AI system. They will be able to now get insights into the number of users and different usage metrics from different actions. Additionally, what we did is customers are now going to be able to get transparency into the value calculation of this productivity for each of their AI systems that's been implemented. And then the third thing is customers are also able to edit, view, and create any customized value templates that they might need. Now moving into the demo, to start, we're going to be back into our AI Control Tower workspace as the AI steward. Within the new release, we have a dedicated tab on the AI Control Towers workspace for value. Within this tab, organizations can get an overview of productivity metrics, including the overall productivity, as well as our average AI users, the top AI systems by value, what is our daily updates and daily AI actions, as well as daily unique users, and top 5 AI systems by value. Scrolling down, you can see all of the different systems by persona, when they were deployed, how many actions are being performed against them, as well as our average users, and then going into the productivity gained in the breakout of the model category and where the AI system is sourced from. From this report, you can click into any of these systems and look at the value template that's associated to them. I'll click into the ServiceNow Incident Summarization AI system. When I click into the asset record, I'm able to see the details of the lifecycle and then details of the asset, the risk and compliance tab, any related assets, as well as the KPIs and metrics. But now within the new release, you are now going to be able to see a tab for the value template associated to the AI asset. Clicking into the value template, you're now going to be able to see different reports around the total productivity and then dive deeper into the value template calculations that are being performed against this AI system. Looking into the total productivity report, you're going to be able to see that you have the ability to go through and add a custom range or actually look in the last 6 months about what total productivity has been gained leveraging this AI system. Additionally, you can see below the Now Assist for IT Service Management value template And if needed, you can go ahead and view the details related to this value template. By clicking into the value template, I'm going to be able to see the what and the how to this value template, including how it's being calculated, what's the overview, and if it's leveraging the platform analytics indicators in the ServiceNow value framework. So this can be used for both ServiceNow AI and enterprise AI assets. But additionally, frameworks can be updated as needed and updated by customers to fit their organization.